Welcome. Welcome all to the love and light that is Unity of Lawrence. Whether you are in the room or with us on Zoom, we welcome all. And so, in Unity, we begin everything with prayer. Let's take a centering breath wherever we are and open to the divine in all of us as we listen to this prayer. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world. We also acknowledge limitless love and limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as co-creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation, and so it is. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray one-on-one. So if there is anything in your heart to be held in prayer, we invite you to see Holly after today's service in the front of the sanctuary. Our chaplains will also pray for you during the week. So just fill out a prayer request slip and place it in the wooden box right outside the office. Chaplains can also visit in times of need, so please let the office know. Remember, all prayers are confidential, except in one situation, and that is when you ask Unity to share your prayer request with the entire congregation. And lo and behold, we have abundance of folks who are letting us know that with that in mind, we pray today for Sarah, Bethany, Desiree, Joan, Kara, and Drew, who have asked for prayers. We see them all standing in the light of the divine, today, tomorrow, and all days. We see the wisdom and the power of God pouring down upon them. We feel the power of love flowing into every cell in their bodies and every part of their lives, and we know that all is well. All is well, and so it is. Amen. Well, before we sing together, here's a brief board update with President Cindy Smarsh.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody out there. Who said that? My biggest fan over there. He's in charge of the fan club, so speak to him after. Just kidding. Okay, first we want to celebrate because you guys did a fantastic job with the Just Food food drive. We got word from our outreach committee that we gave 149 pounds of food. So thank you so much. That's awesome. Give yourselves a hand. So the next thing we'll be doing, we love to do every year, is back to school supplies. So we'll be doing that in, I think August or late July. July. This week, the parking lot is going to get some work done. So I have visual aids this morning I was given. The parking lot's going to be closed for repairs on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but the building will be open for all the meetings. So we just ask that on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, you park on the streets around if you're attending some of our activities. For our own budget to run Unity, we're doing pretty good, but a 10% boost would seal the deal. It'd make us very secure. So we're just a little under each month. So just wanted to update you on that. And then we're starting a women's group for women and those who identify as female. And here to talk to us about it is our leader, Nancy Lyersoff. Yay, Nancy.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see all your happy, smiling faces. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the women who filled out the survey for us. And Cindy has graciously tallied all of those results for us. We will share those at our first meeting. based upon the survey, Cindy and I have decided that our first meeting will be June 27th, downstairs in the basement in the fellowship area. And we will meet there on June 27th. Yes, at 6:30. Thank you very much. And I have it all here in my notes, but I'm not looking at them, so. Anyhow, we'll be downstairs, and we'll start with having some camaraderie and dessert. Then we'll move, and Cindy will to the area where we play our games, and that will prevent any noise from coming upstairs. Then we'll have Cindy review the results of the survey, and she'll lead us then, after she does that, with some fellowship activity and a spiritual message. So we look forward to seeing as many of you women as possible there on the 27th at 6:30 downstairs. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Yeah. So we're going to take it from there to plan the next meeting and kind of get a bigger plan, bigger picture plan. So looking forward to seeing you all there. And I have one more thing. I have a question for you all. Some feedback has come around, and we want to know who would like donuts and coffee before church and a social time before. Some people are putting two hands up back there. Who would come to that? Because they tried that a while back, and it was very, very sparsely attended. But let me see that again. We want more social time together, right? And that often happens before the service. Okay, well, we'll look into that. Thanks, everybody, for everything.
Yeah, thank you. All right, it's time to stand and sing. Let's do that. Let's join Holly in singing Spirit Alive in Us.
Good morning, everybody. We've got a repeat in the chorus here. Maybe Michelle will help us with that. Here we go. Spirit, you're alive in us. You're alive in us right here. Spirit, you're the light in us, shining bright through us right here. Spirit, you're the love in us, reaching out with every touch. Spirit, you're the voice in us, rising up behind a hush, yeah. Here we go. We feel it, reveal it, we see it, believe it. It's Spirit, yeah. All right, let's sing that one more time. Here we go. Spirit, you're alive in us. You're alive in us right here. Spirit, you're the light in us, shining bright through us right here. Spirit, you're the love in us, reaching out with every touch. Spirit, you're the voice in us, rising up behind a hush, yeah. And we feel it, reveal it, we see it, believe it. It's Spirit, yeah. All right, let's use that spirit within. Let's say hello to our neighbors. It's Spirit, it's Spirit, yeah. Spirit, you're the breath in us, breathing all of us right here. Spirit, you're the grace in us, calming every fear right here. Spirit, you're the peace in us, spreading out across the world. Spirit, you're the power in us, flying like a flag unfurled, yeah. Let's sing that chorus together. We feel it, we feel it, we see it, believe it. It's Spirit, it's Spirit, yeah. Spirit, you're alive in us, you're alive in us right here. Spirit, you're the light in us, shining bright through us right here. Spirit, you're alive in us, you're alive in us right here. Spirit, you're the light in us, shining bright through us right here, yeah. And we feel it, reveal it, we see it, believe it. It's Spirit, yeah. Oh, it's Spirit.
All right. I love how we unfurl here. Real. And so as we settle ourselves into our seats, let us affirm together unity's founding principle. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And now our Unity of Lawrence vision statement. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And our Unity of Lawrence mission statement. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. And boy, howdy, we're going to have that guest. Please welcome Amanda Huey.
Hello. Very happy to be back with y'all. So this song I wrote a few years ago. I just feel like I have to give like a little synopsis first. It's called Heaven, but I'm not thinking about heaven as in ukuleles and white puffy clouds. To me, heaven now means something that's like actively happening, actively possible for us to be living in right now. It's a state of mind, a state of being. To me, it's like where the love came from, where we all came from, where we're going back to. So it's like a state of mind, a state of heart, like a posture of living your life in grace like that. So I think that's where we all came from and where we're all going back to. So that's what I mean when I say heaven.
What if we were all alike? We all came from summertime, giving yours and giving mine, taking out but living fine. We all came from heaven. Cry alone your tears.
Thank you.
Just in case we forgot. And Leo says, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. That's right. Wow. Oh, what a wonderful message here right now. And to follow with Reverend Jennifer Hutchins, the founder of Unity Arts Ministry. Her mission is to inspire self-reflection and personal transformation through spiritual principles and the healing power of art. Through Unity Arts Ministry, Reverend Jennifer facilitates creative workshops, just had a busy one yesterday, classes, and retreat experiences. So please welcome home our Reverend Jen.
Good morning. I love that. Welcome home. How often do we say that in Unity? This is home. I feel like I'm home. So true, so true. When you find that right community, that right space. Thank you, Amanda, again for the music. So beautiful and so perfect for today's message. What a wonderful world. Because I think that idea, right, when we remember that we get to create this right here, right now, as the that's when we claim, what a wonderful world. So this talk title and the inspiration behind it came from one of those moments where I'm driving in the car, singing along to the radio, and Louis Armstrong's version of What a Wonderful World came on the radio. And it was one of those spring days, blue skies, white puffy clouds, perfect, beautiful day. So it became this experience of praying, what a wonderful world, to where the voice and the emotion and the words like all just took me over. And as I'm singing along, forgetting the fact that I'm stuck in traffic on 435, but just admiring the clouds and like feeling it in my body, those head to toe tingly sensations. And it was like bliss in the middle of rush hour, because I remembered the truth, that there is one power, one source active in my life, in the universe, that is God the good, and God is the creator of all that good, to the point that that experience became a prayer of gratitude, and I was living in a state of heaven. We have the opportunity to turn any moment, even traffic on 435, into a state of bliss. We have the opportunity at any moment to remember right where we are, God is. Right where we are living in an expression of the divine. And with that memory, we shift our perspective. And in shifting our perspective, we shift how we see the entire world. We can claim what a wonderful world and live into that. Unity's first principle, I'm going to be referencing Ellen Davenport's book today. And the very first principle is the idea that God is all good, everywhere present. God is all good, everywhere present. Do you believe this? Do you feel it all the time? Do you feel it when you're stuck in traffic? Do you feel it when you watch the news, or you hear about the news, or you hear about all of these systems in place that are disempowering entire communities? I don't always believe it in those moments, right? It takes some serious practice, continual practice, to get to the point of moving from that being trapped in my humanity thinking, my woe is, what is, why, thinking, into a state of bliss, the state of knowing, claiming this too is heaven. It takes a lot of shifting. Remember a long time back, I was doing some physical therapy. You reminded me of this experience in our conversation. I had injured my ankle, and I was doing physical therapy for it, and I was frustrated with the process. I was frustrated by how long it was taking, by the fact that I was still feeling the pain and still having to do the exercises. And my therapist looked at me and said, the point of doing the exercises is the practice itself. It's called practice. It's not called perfection. It's not about a one and done. You keep doing it until it becomes your reality. That feeling of bliss in your ankle in our lives comes back. That's what spiritual practice is. It's not spiritual perfect. It's spiritual practice. Because in the practice, we remind ourselves that no matter what, this is our truth, this is our core, this is principle number one. There is not but God, and God is good. God is the creator, the source of all that we see. In First Genesis, right, there's this story, this narrative that has been passed on for years and years of God creating each individual thing. God creating heavens, God creating the earth, God creating the waters, God creating the fish, God creating humanity. And for each thing, God names it good. There is God, God is creator, God names everything good. So therefore, we as expressions of the one are good by our nature, by our spiritual nature. And this is the second principle. That spark of divinity is in each one of us. And that creative power resides within each one of us. Principle 3. So as long as we continue to practice, we can pull ourselves from that limited base thinking into this space where we can, with Louis, claim it is a wonderful world. No matter the circumstances, we can still claim the wonder, the goodness, the source of the divine behind the scenes, right? The sun still shining, no matter if there are clouds blocking it from getting to us. We know it is still there, just as we know our source is still there. When I hear the song, What a Wonderful World, what I hear is a prayer naming everything good. I see trees of green, skies of blue. What a wonderful world. I see the brightness of day, dark sacred nights. What a wonderful world. Is it not very much like the Genesis story, right? God created the earth. It is good. God created the waters. It is good. When we claim what a wonderful world, when we name it, claim it good, we are beholding that spark of divinity within whatever the situation is. For me, it is easier to claim, behold the good, the beauty, when I see those bright blue skies, the green trees, right? It's easier for me personally to behold that witness in the springtime, in the summertime, in the winter, when it's bleak outside. It gets a little harder sometimes. And perhaps that's why, as an artist, I often paint landscapes of rural scenes with blue skies, white puffy clouds, right? It's like my Louis moment on a canvas. And I remember a while back having a show in North Carolina, and the whole show was North Carolina back roads. And so there's old farmhouses and barns. And, when I was sourcing the material, I was driving down the road, listening to the music with my windows down and the cicadas just blaring, kind of like, if you've been further east, like you hear them right now. They're crazy this time of year. So I was sourcing all of this, right, this beauty, and then capturing it in paint, and then I had a show. So the entire room is filled with all of these blue sky landscapes. And one of the guests came up to me at that show, looked me in the eyes and said, "Are you always this happy?" And I don't remember what I told him in that moment, but it really, it worked in me. Are you always this happy? because what I was portraying on the walls was the happiness. It was the blue skies and the white puffy clouds. How often do we go through life, right? Portraying the happiness, and maybe we don't feel it in every moment. And so I thought on this hard. Am I always this happy? And the truth is, no. Like you, I'm human, right? We've done the poll in this room. Everybody has admitted to being human. And so I too get trapped in this space of humanity, where I forget my spiritual core, where I forget the spark of my own light. And yet, what do I want to hang in my own living room? Not darkness and bleakness and stormy clouds. I want to hang. Right now, what's hanging are water lilies. I want to hang the blue skies. I want to hang the beauty. I want to hang the things that reminded me of the goodness of this world, of the beauty. And I want to share with others things that remind them of beauty, that they can sit down on their couch and look at the landscape over the mantle and go, at the end of a hard day. We are all born creators, and we have the opportunity to create happiness, create experiences that bring us more joy, more happiness, through the power of our thoughts, our feelings, our words, our actions. This is part of our spiritual gift, is to be a creator. And as it turns out, happiness is actually good for your health. My son's been taking an online course through Coursera on the psychology of happiness. The course is offered through Yale University. And he's been sharing with me some of what he's been learning through this course. And he learned that it is, in fact, good for your health, that happiness decreases stress. Happiness boosts your immunity. And those who live happy lives, looking out at the smiles in the room, those who live happy lives, according to Yale, are 3 times as likely to live to the age of 95. It boosts longevity. Seeing people look at each other like, let's be happy, let's keep it up, right? And what I think is really interesting is that this Yale study scientifically proves that happiness does these things, and yet it does not prove why it does these things. Now, we've been around the spiritual circle for a little while. We can tell you why, right? We can tell you that there's a spiritual principle behind what they're talking about. It is that third principle, is that we are creating our lives. And when we are creating from this space of happiness, we are creating more health. We are creating less stress. We are creating more peace. We are creating long, happy lives. We have the power to create. So pulling Ellen's book in, Principle 3. Human beings create their experiences by the activity of their thinking. Everything in the manifest realm begins in thought. Ellen writes, we are ever connected to the source of all things. We are extensions of the ultimate creator, and we can tap into the power, wisdom, and guidance of the divine at any time. We choose with our focus. With focused intention, we can bring about new realities in our world. Heaven. She doesn't write that. I'm adding it in. She goes on to acknowledge that we are, as a species, still learning how to do this. She acknowledges it is a practice. We don't create perfectly yet, her words. We don't even create well most of the time. But the knowledge that thoughts and feelings determine our reality lifts us to a new level of human awareness. We can uplift ourselves. We can uplift one another. Now, Yale has some suggestions on this. Ways to improve happiness. Number 1, get enough sleep. Number 2, give. Give to others. Perhaps give to your spiritual community. Let's see that 10% boost. Let's see a 20% boost, right? Give. It's good for your health. Number 3, if you are somebody that interacts on social media, do not just scroll, actively participate. Apparently, Yale studies have shown that those who simply scroll leave the experience feeling worse than when they entered it. Those who are actively engaging feel uplifted. Interesting note. These are all things that we can do kind of externally, right? These are the practices that we can kind of do in our daily lives. And yet there are spiritual practices that I encourage you to try. Because we can sit here in spiritual community, we can talk about spiritual practices. If you're not doing them, if you're not doing your PT exercises, right, it's not going to improve. You're not going to see that getting better in your life. So our spiritual practices that can help boost happiness, 1, the practice of denial. And denial is not that like, oh, it doesn't exist, just turn off the news, it'll go away. Denial is denying power to anything that keeps you from knowing your truth. So if you have a thought somewhere buried within you that tells you that you are less than, that you are imperfect, that you are not capable, not worthy, deny that power and affirm the truth. There is one power, one presence active in the universe and in my life. God, the source of all good. That power, that presence, that spark that is me, right? That's what I affirm. That's what I live. That's what I paint. That's what we sing. That's what we create. When we affirm the truth, the knowing of Spirit as the essence of who we are, we can say with Louis, what a wonderful world. And so it is. Thank you.
I don't taste like whiskey anymore. It's been a long road. It's been a long road. I don't hate my skin anymore. It's been a long road. It's been a long road. Now I'm here, right in this moment. Now I'm here, just feeling a song. Now I'm here, right in this moment. And it's been here all along. I don't hide how I love anymore. Let it all show. Let it all show. I don't fight who I am anymore. Let it all show. Let it all show. Now I'm here, right in this moment. Now I'm
now is time in our service for our meditation. So I invite you to take a moment, notice your body, adjust to its needs, perhaps with a physical movement, rolling your shoulders, shifting your hips, putting your feet on the floor if that feels comfortable to you. Invite you to close your outer eyes or soften your gaze. And begin to bring awareness to the breath. The ever-present breath moving in and out. Such a simple yet powerful tool that can help bring us to this moment. As we drop ourselves into this moment, we feel our bodies begin to relax. We allow the thoughts of the mind to slow the heavy traffic, perhaps to come to a standstill. As we drop down into our own heart, aware, alert, present. In the heart, we meet the spark of our own divinity. We claim this truth as the truth of our being, our own unique creative light in the world. With gratitude, with love, we embrace the light of who we are. As we breathe into the truth and rest in the light of the heart in a moment of silence. From this place of peace and light, imagine expanding this light from your own heart throughout your body to the space around you. Imagine this light filling the room, expanding and traveling through the town, through our state, through our country, across the globe. Behold the beauty of all that is. What a wonderful world. And bring the light back to you, knowing as you give it out, you receive. We are filled. We are grateful. We are holy, whole expressions of the One. And so it is. Amen.
trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces, people going by. See friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Ah, progress, not perfection. What a wonderful world indeed. And so, as our ushers come forward for our time of thanks, I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and so it is. And as the love offering is collected, let's join Holly in singing, I'm Choosing Heaven Today.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. And I'm walking the road of heaven right now. Singing, I'm choosing heaven today. And I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. And I'm walking the road of heaven right now. Singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. And I'm walking the road of heaven right now. Singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
Our ushers come forward. Here is our prayer of thanks to listen to. We are grateful and we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth only to return again and again. And so it is. Amen. And a special welcome for our guests today. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you would like more information about the Unity Movement and Unity of Lawrence, we've got flyers in a packet right outside on the shelf in the foyer. Remember that today is Second Sunday Potluck downstairs. All are welcome. It's wonderful to find out what everybody has to share, whether that's food, stories, whatever. It's good stuff. So come on down. And Remember that open meditation Tuesdays are at 6:30. All are welcome here in the sanctuary. The men's and those who identify as male fellowship group continues on Thursdays at 7. And as Nancy mentioned, we are beginning a women and those who identify as female group on the 27th of June downstairs. And also, we heard what great work we've done with sharing and giving and growing with Just Food. And July, that brings another opportunity for us to share with backpacks. Amy also has an item to share, but I'm not sure she's available right now. So stay tuned for that. There are women from all over the world that are coming for a time, and there's an opportunity in July 13th and 14th to host some of them for the weekend. All over the world. It's amazing. She'll tell you more next time. All right. Well, remember, if you are interested in singing in a choir, sign up in the foyer. We're looking forward to performing for Christmas Eve service and possibly earlier in the fall. Holly sent out an email, so see her if you signed up and did not get an email. I looked forward to it when I saw it. And also save the date, Sunday, June 23rd at 2 p.m. There's a singing bowl concert with Jeff Klein. If you weren't able to attend the last time he was here, it's really powerful. And he will be leading an extended meditation that Sunday during our service. So all kinds of cool stuff coming up. Join us next Sunday as Phil Roger brings us the message, Going Further into Fathers, and Greg Pellegrin will bring our special music. So now it's time to rise and sing together the peace song.